Hello world, how you beautiful people doing? It's Friday, but you know me, I stay on the grind. You know me. So let me get this straight. Before that, how you people doing? How's your day going? You guys have a beautiful day. Now, let's get into this. So let me get this straight. You mean to tell me that Cyberpunk on the PC can't run in 4K? The world's the world's fastest GPU, meaning graphics processing unit, can't handle Cyberpunk? You mean a video card from Nvidia and AMD or ATI? You mean to tell me they can't handle Cyberpunk in 4K? They can't run Cyberpunk in 4K? Oh man, we got trouble in paradise here, man. This ain't good. Listen to this. I'm on Extreme Tech's website. Listen to this. It says here Cyberpunk 2077 benchmark shows even the fastest GPU in the world can't play at 4K. Something's wrong with that picture. It says here Polish developer CD Projekt Red has been working on Cyberpunk 2077 in some capacity since 2012, and that's a long time for hype to build. Anticipation has ratcheted up each time the game was delayed in 2020, but finally launched this week. It was probably impossible for Cyberpunk to live up to the hype, but the performance issue aren't helping. Current gen console struggles, and the latest benchmark shows how much power a PC need to run the game well. Cyberpunk 2077 takes place in Night City, a futuristic megacity where corporations rule. You play a VA mercenary who gets caught up in machinations of Night City after stealing an experiment biochip with the mind of a long dead terrorist, played by Keanu Reeves. Store on it. The visual style of the game is bold, flashy, and apparently very difficult to render unless even with the latest GPU. We just starting to get detailed PC benchmark with the launch version of the game. According to TechSpot, even the $1,500 RTX 3090 barely clear 40 frames per second. Oh, that's bad. With all the settings cranked and the resolution set to 4K at 1440p, you can't get up above 60 frames with the premium GPU. Wow, that hurts. If you've got something a bit more middle like the RTX 3070 or AMD RX 5700 XT, good luck. Even breaking 40 frames per second on ultra settings, and it shows a chart here of the settings, and it says here he says I have been playing Cyberpunk 2077 on a PC at 3040 times 1440 with an RTX 2080 Super, which was a $700 GPU in early 2020. This game is very playable on high settings, but ultra settings dips below 40 frames per second, which I would not consider an enjoyable experience. Adding ray tracing to the mix makes matters worse. Some areas of the game slow to a crawl with 20 to 30 frames per second with medium RT enabled. Nvidia AI powered DLSS can boost performance somewhat, but any GPU more than a year old is hopeless, outclassed by this game. CD Projekt Red fans are currently venting their frustration online, but the developer promised updates are on the way. Although this is a very, very ambitious game, there might not be any magic bullet fixes that will boost performance. Time might be the only solution. Cyberpunk 2077 is straddling consoles and GPU generations. The RTX 3000 series and next gen consoles run the game much better. But you can't buy any of those unless you are willing to pay the insane markup from resellers. That's if you can even find one. Even RTX 2000 series cards are priced over $1,000 because of the ongoing shortage. It's just not a great time to launch this game, but it wouldn't have been any better back in April. so, Cyberpunk is making a mockery of PCs and mockeries of PCs. Even your fastest GPU from Nvidia and AMD can't handle this game. now you kind of understand why CD Projekt Red must have delayed the game. They probably had some more stuff to add to it. That's why when you buy the game like on console, it's like a 55 gig install, but then there's a 49 gig update that comes out after that. Man, this is bad, man. PCs is getting smacked around right now. This game you can't even run. I mean, you can't even run this on a $1,500 RTX 3090, man. That's embarrassing. It said barely clears 40 frames per second. Barely? On an RTX 3090, the one that some of these YouTubers was getting excited about. Cyberpunk slapped that video card around like you need to step your game up. Oh my god, this is like, oh my god. Not only that. He says here, wait a minute. It says like an RTX. It says where we at? It says even the $1,500 RTX 3090 barely clears 40 frames per second with all the settings cranked and the resolution set to 4K at 1440p. You can get up above 60 frames with the premium GPU if you've got something a bit more middle like an RTX 2070 and or AMD RX 5700 XT. This is bad, man. This is bad. A 3090, man. A 3090 that just came out. Wow, that's bad. You can barely crank barely get past 40 frames per second. Barely. Well, AMD, Nvidia is back to the drawing board for you guys because Cyberpunk is boss. My God, man, that's crazy. Let's see here. I mean, even with the where's that? Even with the DLSS, man, that's crazy. It's even with DLSS, man. Listen, it says Nvidia AI-powered DLSS can boost performance somewhat, but any GPU more than a year old is hopeless outclassed by this game. So if your video card is a year old, forget it. Cyberpunk is running circles around that video card. My God. Because the title says this: Cyberpunk 2077 benchmark shows even the fastest GPU in the world can't play at 4K, and that's the 3090. And the 3090 is barely getting past 40 frames a second. This game is heavy duty, man. Man. Woo. Now you guys understand. Remember when switch the consoles for a minute. Remember when PlayStation, it was about to bring out Last Guardian on PlayStation. Sony was about to bring out Last Guardian on PlayStation 3, and then they said no, we're gonna bring it out on PlayStation 4. I guess with Cyberpunk you could say the same thing. Man, this game is no joke. PC fans are having nightmares right now. This is impossible. How is this game doing this? I just bought my 3090. Man, that's crazy. He said, I have been playing Cyberpunk 2077 on a PC at 3040 times 1440 with an RTX 2080 Super, which was a $700 GPU in early 2020. This game is very playable on high settings, but ultra sometimes dip below 40 frames per second, which I would not consider an enjoyable experience. Because with PCs is all about speed, power, and performance. And with PCs, you have to have you gotta have a good gaming PC to enjoy gaming when you're playing game on PC. Can't just be no watered down computer and think you're just gonna get by. No, you have to spend some money in when it comes to PCs to get the best out of gaming in the PC gaming world. And if this game is doing that much damage, man, that tells you that Nvidia and AMD got their work cut out for them. But I'm pretty sure they can come up with something, probably a 4000 series video card to do the trick. But Cyberpunk is running circles around PCs right now. It says here, it says CD Projekt Red fans are currently venting their frustrations online, but the developer promised updates are on the way. Although this is very ambitious game, there might not be any magic bullet fix that will boost performance. Time might be the only solution. Cyberpunk 2077 is straddling consoles and GPU generations. The RTX 3000 series and next gen consoles run the game much better. But you can't buy any of those unless you're willing to pay the insane markup from resellers. That's if you can even find one. Even RTX 2000 series cards are priced over $1,000 because of the ongoing shortage. It's just not a great time to launch this game, but it wouldn't have been any better back in April. So let's see here. My Xbox One right now that I got, I wouldn't even think about putting that game on there. Maybe on the Series X. Remember, so that which means I got to save my little pennies to get one within about a 10 to 11 month window. But I wouldn't put that game on Xbox One S. No, not even the Series S. If it's causing this much problems with PCs, this much problems with PC video cards, could you imagine the problem it's causing with the Series S and the Xbox One X or the Xbox One S or the original Xbox One? It's best to play this game on the Series X. So, well, I guess that's the best way to enjoy this game. So me personally, I'd have to wait till about another 11 months, then I can get me a Series X. But I wouldn't play this game right now. It wouldn't be worth it if it's causing this much problems in PCs, and PC gamers are having problems. But PC gamers should have known that this game was coming. They were looking forward to it, and they should have been prepared, man. Only the people that are prepared for this game, man, probably enjoying it right now. But the ones who ain't got a video card that's like 6 months old, they're having problems right now. And PC gamers really care about their tech and their performance. when it comes to their games. It really matters to them. So yeah, that's why they spend so much money building those expensive PCs, because they're trying to get the best out of gaming. By the looks of it, though, Cyberpunk, it says nope. Don't come around here with that junk. You better do better. You know what I'm saying? Because listen to the title again. Cyberpunk. Wait a minute. Where is it? It says Cyberpunk 2077 benchmark shows even the fastest GPU in the world can't play at 4K. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, Cyberpunk is looking like the Fifth Element, and you need fifth element motherboard and fifth element memory cards and fifth element SSDs to play this game to get the best out of it. So if your PC's not at least like 6 months old, or 6 months at max, you having problems right now running this game, because right now the chart that Extreme Tech shows, it shows the 3090, shows the 3080, the Radeon 6. It shows all kind of video cards, you know, and they're barely, they're barely, I mean, getting past what, 40 frames a second. Come on, you're struggling to do that. Mm. That mean that CPU is like this, and then the fan is like, man. Mm. Whew. Mm. Poor PC gamers. Don't worry. AMD and Nvidia will come to your rescue. Anyway, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box for this article. But nice talking to you, beautiful people. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing, or Dark Side. I'm gone.